Hi, I'm Chelsea. This is my first video. And yes, I look ratchet. And I guess that's kind of the point. Because as different as each video may seem to be, there's going to be a same sort of, you know, solid string that's going to run through all of them. Which, as silly as this sounds, will be me. Because of what I want, I actually have to contradict what I feel. And that's really tough. I feel like there's two schools of thought on YouTube videos. You come here to escape, and you want to hear about other people's crap because you got crap of your own and you don't want to think about it, right? But then I feel like there's a crowd that's sort of actually in the middle. Like, I'll call them the Jerry Springer crowd. Like, you watch Jerry Springer because you kind of sort of realize how better it makes you feel about your life, whether you think it's real or fake. You know, even if being fake is almost even worse because just for attention, these people are making up fake stories. I don't know. Anyway, either way, it makes you feel better about your life. And I get that too. So I guess if there's two or three schools of thought on content, then there's those types of people you're making content for. And you can't please everybody. I think that's really important. I've wanted to do YouTube for a really long time. And I always have an excuse. My makeup's not done. I look terrible. I don't have the right lighting. I don't have the right camera. Blah, 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 blah. When, okay, on the surface level, maybe that is true. But I do have a camera, because I at least have a phone. Honestly, I hardly wear makeup anyway. Not that I don't love it, I do. But I actually love makeup so much, that's why I don't wear it a lot, because then it's special when I do. And the channel name already is Instinctively Chelsea, and so I have to be instinctively me. And I'm a mess. So for those people who, don't want to hear about other people's problems, I never project. I don't shift blame or anything like that. If I'm having a bad day, it's just a bad day. I probably won't even harp on it that much. This will probably even help me. At least I'm hoping it does. And really, from the deepest thing you can think of to maybe the most shallow thing, half the time I just want somebody to talk to about it. Like, I hope I just get subscribers so that I can have some people to talk to. COVID's not only shut us off from, people, but, new people. And I love new people. I actually like people. I'm the kind of person who say I hate people, when really I don't. I don't know, we say things we don't really mean, I die for that dress. No, really, you should live for that dress if you're dead. Anyway. So that's why this is my first video. I look ratchet. Because this is me. And how can I sit here and complain about people showing their highlight reel when that's the standard I was giving to myself? And I tell my stepkids all the time, who cares what people think, but you've got to stay diligent about practicing what you preach, especially with kids, because kids are actually really smart. They're going to notice your words don't match your actions. And depending how they feel about you, they're going to think that's okay. And then that's how they grow up. Or, either way, it's just not good. You want to set a good example. And even though they're my stepkids, I still feel very responsible for them. They're still going to be 1/3 of a reflection of me. There are two parents and then me. The three of us try to be a unit, which is even something I kind of want to make content about, being a step parent or trying to be a good step parent. Not necessarily do's and don'ts, because kids are just as different as people are. There's no real written in stone. But but there's sort of some easy things you can kind of lean back on and then, for advice, and then twist up to match your situation or your child. Like, here's what worked with mine, why don't you try this, and maybe try this if this doesn't work, whatever. The content will be all over the place, and that's why really the common thread in these videos is going to be me. Me. I really want this to be me. Not because I care about relatability or anything like that, but because, like I said, I want people to talk to. Like, I have all these thoughts, and I'm like, what do other people think about this? And even though my fiance is great, he's not here every time I have a thought. He barely watches YouTube, especially if I have a thought about YouTube, right? Or like a response to something. So I don't know what the content's going to be about. I don't want to just do anything and throw it at the wall and see what sticks, because I think that's kind of just showing that I care about popularity. Like, what video does best? Like, of course I want people to enjoy what they're watching, but I do want this to be me too, instinctively me, and what that even means. So I'll just tell you some likes. I love movies. I love commentary. Art, all kinds of art. The non-judgment of art. I think judgment happens, like, it's like something when you say judgment, words go along with it, when art to me is not about judgment, it's about feelings. Just like musicals, musicals aren't the reels, they're the feels. So is art. I don't claim to know anything. If I know something's a fact, I'll say it's a fact. I try to do research the best I can. And both sides. I always research the other side, because there are so many times where, had I not, I would have been duped into, like, one thing that comes to mind is Ancient Aliens. Man, screw that show. I can talk about it if anyone's ever curious about that. But Ancient Aliens really sucked me in. And you really got to be careful. I'd rather suck people in with myself, not just really actually shallow, like, outright lies. And this isn't going to be a highlight reel. I also am not going to try to trigger people, but so yeah. But I also like makeup. I'm not huge on politics. I love books. I love reading. I even love not even shallow things. I think makeup, because it's the most shallow thing you can think of, I think actually runs really deep. I love makeup. The kind of makeup other people wear, I think it can tell something about themselves. You can learn stuff from just, someone's makeup. Responses to other people, things have said, whether it be another channel or, articles or whatever, maybe a couple of story times. But one thing I can promise is it's going to be me, and I'm absolutely up for people telling me, what they'd like to see. I noticed I actually have, like, something like 70 subscribers already, and it's so strange, because, like, I found channels that have content that have less subscribers, and I have none. So I guess my thought is they must be liking my comments on other channels and then just coming back to mine to see if I have a channel. I don't know. So I guess that's why I think commentary is, kind of a lot of what we'll be, I'll be talking about. But I love giving advice too. And anyway, so that's it. Hopefully I'll make another video soon. This is just kind of an introduction to what this is all about. And yeah, stay instinctively you.